Hey guys, Ken's97-171. I thought I'd show you something I bought today. I've been needing a new helmet for a while, and I've been looking and I had picked out one that I really liked. HJC IS16 had a droppable replaceable sun shield, and really liked that helmet, but it was $250 or so, and the place I was going to buy it at, actually I can't find one now. So I had gone over to this place called RacersEdge 411. You can check them out at RacersEdge411.com if you want. They deal in salvage motorcycles. They get inventory from all over the country and all over the world, and they fix them up. Some of them have salvage titles, some of them have rebuilt salvage titles, some of them they clear. And they have an interesting array of various motorcycles. Most of them are in really good shape. I don't know if you guys know this, but here comes the cat. A lot of motorcycles, you know, they just fall over in the driveway, get some scratches on the side, or they get dropped lightly, particularly if they were in a road accident where there was any kind of insurance claim. A lot of times the insurance companies just total them because they don't want to take the risk of some unknown frame damage or something, and so they just get totaled. And a lot of them really have only very minor cosmetic damage. Well, they have some that are really wrecked there too, but they have a lot that are just minor scratches and stuff. And they take them apart and they mechanically go over them and make sure that they're okay. And then they have a showroom of ones that are in basically ready to ride condition with a salvage title that you just have to get inspected. And then they have a couple of big buildings in the back, a couple hundred bikes that are all the way from totally trashed to, you know, being looked at. Well, anyway, while we were there, they have a fair amount of gear, some of it used, some of it new, that's there. And I saw they had a nice array of these helmets, these Vega helmets. And I came home and did some looking around on the internet to see if they were decent. And most of the reviews were okay. I found one that was totally in Russian, and they took a Vega helmet new out of a box, and they're smashing it into the ground, throwing it at the ground, smashing into the edge of a concrete wall, smashing it into, there was like a wall of concrete with some rebars, like 1-inch rebar sticking out, and they were smashing the helmet down on it. They're driving along in a car and threw it out the window at like 50 miles an hour and let it bounce across the ground. And they kept picking it up, and there was no fractures, and you know, couldn't understand what the hell they were saying, but it was pretty obvious that the helmet took a pretty good beating. And didn't fail. So again, I thought, well, you know, most of the ones that they had there that I had looked at were just regular helmets. They had very nice looking designs on them, all different sorts and styles and different venting options and such, and they were all about like $85, which is pretty good price. So we decided to ride back over there again, see what their bike inventory looked like, and I also wanted to see if they had any models of Vega helmets that had sunshades. I had verified on the internet that Vega does in fact make a couple of different models with integrated sunshades. Been wanting one of those for a long time. I wear contacts. My eyes are pretty light sensitive, and so it's just annoying. You know, you go out and it's sunny, you put your sunglasses on, and then it gets dark, and then what the hell do you do with the sunglasses? So I've really wanted one with a sunshade built in for a while, and when I saw that Vega offered some, we went back over and took a look, and sure enough, they had both of the models. The one, this one, is the Attitude model, and the other one was not the Altura. The Altura is their base helmet, and but there's another one here. There's another model they make that has integrated sunshade. They had one of those too, but I didn't like the mechanism. It was on the chin, and it seemed difficult to operate, and I don't know, it seemed like something that would break pretty quickly. This one's pretty simple. It's got a lever on the side of the helmet that just flips the sunshade up and down. Give it a whirl. Anyway, the helmet was like $135. It's, as you can see, it's DOT rated. It's also ECER 2205 rated, which is very nearly equivalent to Snell, and it is made in China. I actually didn't know that. I thought they were made, I didn't know they were made in China. But, you know, it's got the rating, and apparently, like I said, the reviews on it on the web were pretty decent. And quite frankly, it's probably a better helmet than what I was wearing. My friend Jonathan, I guess you guys saw the Ninja 600 video. He's actually wearing my helmet, which doesn't really fit me. Yeah, that's an HJC also that is a little too large for me. You know, the helmet can wiggle around on my head. It's really not a safe way to ride, and that helmet fits him perfectly. My old helmet, that's also an HJC helmet, fits me perfectly, but I dropped it a while, maybe last year, and I broke the damn visor off of it. Broke the studs, and it's totally screwed. So I've got to wear it with no visor and put sunglasses on to protect my eyes. And even that's fairly uncomfortable when you get up to speed. So anyway, I wanted a new helmet. I'm sorry, that's a long-ass story to tell you how I got to this point, but anyway, here's the helmet. They had blue, gray, and I really liked... Sorry guys, it was my phone beeping. I really liked the gray, but they didn't have one in medium. And this is really weird, because I wear that HJC, the IS16, a large fits me perfectly. And in this helmet, a medium ended up being, you know, the right size. Now today I shaved my head, not down to the skin, but I mean I'm sitting with about a 1/4 inch of hair, and the helmet didn't feel super snug. It wasn't giving me a headache, but it was tight, left to right and up and down. It was snug. So I figure as my hair grows in a bit too, that'll you know, make it even a little bit tighter. And that's what happened with that helmet that Jonathan's wearing. That apparently when I bought it, I had let my hair grow out really far, and it was tight. And then when I got my hair cut, it was loose. And also, helmets tend to expand. The cushioning tends to wear in a bit, and they get looser the longer you wear it. So between those two things, the helmet, it's a very good helmet, but it doesn't fit me safely anymore or comfortably. It tends to want to lift, you know, it tends to lift up the wind. So anyway, there it is. It's the model Attitude. Is a full face. Color is it is yellow. But VegaHelmets.com. So let's open this bad boy up and I'll show it to you. This box has been opened, so this is not a true first unboxing. It comes with a little protector there, and the helmet comes in a bag, which I thought was kind of cool. There's nothing else in there, so we'll set that aside. So there's got the logo on it there. So there is my new helmet. Like I said, I thought the graphics on them were pretty cool. The pattern was the same. They had it in blue, gray, and black, and white, and the yellow. I actually liked the gray and white the best. It was really cool looking, but they didn't have it in a medium. And the blue was the one that was sitting on the shelf, and it was missing this little chin guard thing here, little chin, the wind deflector for the chin, and it didn't have wasn't new in a box. So I normally wouldn't have bought something that bright. I tend to like a little more conservative colors, but then I thought, you know, it looks pretty cool. Yellow is probably not a bad thing to have on your head because it's bright. There's again the DOT ECER 2205. So 1,500 grams plus or minus 50. I guess that's the weight. I'm not really sure actually what that means, but that's what the helmet looks like. $139.99. Got the vent right there. It's got a little screen in there too. It's nice. It's real easy to tell which way is open and closed. And then these open and shut. Yeah, those things feel a little flimsy, but they are rubbery, which means you should be able to open them and close them, you know, with gloves on. And then you've got a rear exit vent there. And then here's the control for the sunshade. The other model, which I can't remember, had it right here. It was this little tiny lever that you pressed it this way or this way, and the thing dropped, and then there was a button to release it, and it would snap shut. You just press the button. But it was really hard to operate. it felt like you were moving this a small amount and the sunshade was moving a large amount. It's some kind of geared mechanism, and I thought that felt destined to break in about a week. It just, I didn't like the way the design felt. This is pretty simple. I mean, obviously this just pivots. It pivots it down, up and down, and it's a little tight. The blue one was not that tight, but it's obviously just a pivot point. So, read user's guide before use, for daytime use only, not suitable for use at night or low light conditions. Really? The drop sun shield must only be used for the with the outer visor in a fully down position. The helmet and the outer visor are only manufactured to ECE R22 and DOT. So in other words, this is not impact resistant. Remove this film before use. Really? So, looks like I'm not really sure how this comes out of here. This cam lock comes out of here. I'll have to read up on it and see. You know, I don't expect this to be as good as the HJC that it would, you know, that I was considering. But I needed a helmet. I wanted one with a sun visor, and you know, 140 bucks. It's not the end of the world if it's not fantastic. You know, as long as the thing is safe on my head, I can live with, you know. It does have these little pockets in here. You can't, maybe you can see in there. It's got these little pockets in here for speakers on both sides. That's kind of nice. They Velcro shut. Let's see what this says. Vega. Please read this, Vega helmet owners. Manual completely for using this new helmet. Proper fit. No helmet can be protected. Okay. Basically, it's a warning label. Wearing your helmet. Blah 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 blah. Care of the helmet. Do not modify the. So, got a standard D-ring. I'll probably buy a. Actually, they sell a. I use it on my other helmets. Actually, they sell a quick disconnect, which I'll probably get. You know, obviously the liner isn't going to be. You know, the HJC had, you know, a silver line, had silver threading in the liner for antimicrobial. You know, I mean, I know I'm not getting a $250 helmet at a lower price, but I needed a helmet, and you know, it fit pretty good. Price seems pretty right, and the reviews. This does come out, by the way. This wind guard here. So there she is. I'll have to de-sticker it, take all these things off, clean it. My friend Jonathan, who's a car detailer, said that what we need to do is clean the helmet really well. Clean the helmet really well, and then put a coat of wax on it to protect it. So anyway, guys, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing here. I hope this camera's not too close. And the sticker is actually below the gel coat. It's not just a sticker. It's over the top. So obviously, it's somewhat cheap. I mean, it's rubberized. You know, some of this stuff is obviously a little bit on the cheap side, and that's okay. I mean, you know, if that falls off, I mean, one of these break, it's not going to really concern me that much. You know, a little disappointing perhaps, but I've seen a lot of other expensive helmets that have fairly cheap, you know, venting systems where they feel like they're going to break. That was weird. That was a soft paw that just came flying at me from my cat. How the hell that happened? He's over there. He must have like ripped it off somehow and flung it off his finger. So anyway, so that's it. That's my new Vega helmet. It's got a nice rubber seal around here. There's some venting. There's some venting right there and right there. Looks like there's some venting in here. I don't know how removable. It looks like the cheek pads are removable. You know. So anyway, that's my new helmet. A little nervous about that. It's a little stiff. Does have some kind of warranty on it. Wonder how you get the visor off. It looks like it's got a cam mechanism in there, but I have no idea. Maybe these little screws, these little flat screws right there. Well, that's the thing. Like the HJC that I've got, it's got a quick remove visor, and you know, that's kind of nice. It does actually have a partially cracked position. There's not one below that, I don't think. No, and it goes shut all the way. You know, and obviously it wants to go on that side a little more than that side. It's not. Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't expect this to be, you know, the most fantastic helmet I've ever owned in my life. But I got some things going on in my life right now that I'm not going to talk about right now. But basically, I've been trying to make sure I save some money. And again, as long as the thing has got a decent safety rating, I can live with a little bit cheaper things if need be. And I bet with the sunshade, I bet you could, yeah, you could, it might be kind of hard to get it down, but you might be able to grab it and pull it down if you wanted to, if this little mechanism broke. So, anyway guys, that will be it. Well, I hope this lens isn't polarized. It's got a little bit of that look in it. That might be annoying, because a lot of times the outer lens is polarized. When you get polarized and polarized together, it makes a roadway look really weird. So it's got vents, it's got a sunshade. The front vent's really easy to use. I do like that, and it's sealed. It shuts nicely. The interior seems pretty nice. It's not as supple. I mean, definitely that $250 helmet from HJC had a little cushier interior. But, you know, it does have this little thing for your nose here to keep you from breathing on the glass. The HJC had one that came way up, like the nose area was larger. But, you know. Alright guys, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments, I'd be welcome to hear it. See what you guys think about the helmet. I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of weird though, my dirt bike's red. And I've been looking at some other bikes too. The helmet probably won't match what I get, but you know, it's bright, and that's probably good. That's why I would have preferred the gray and the white, because it would have gone with any color bike, but they didn't have one, and I wanted to pick it up today, so yellow was good, and the blue one, like I said, was missing some stuff because it was their display. Alright guys, you all have a good evening, and be safe out there. Bye.